Alright, hello there and welcome back. This will be part 3 of the 5SChance for the double team division, and this is show 6C, and we have this match which is still kind of important, but because it gives the 5th spot a chance at try to remain alive, and this fifth, it gives the 5th spot. It's like I just said, it gives them a chance to try to still may rely alive in this 5th spot chance league. But even if they win, if Team 2 somehow manage to win their final match, they will have swept the board, which means they automatically get to become the 5th spot. But that doesn't mean Team 4 can't play spoiler and keep the 5th spot from not being a part of the equation at all. So this match is one that matters, but at the end of the day, it probably wouldn't matter, because if Team 2 wins, then they're gonna win the whole thing. So this is between the 5th spot and Team 4, and Team 2 versus Team 3 will be the very last match. Enjoy. Oh, and just to talk about again, I am planning on doing again this exact same, no, not this exact same tournament, but I will be planning on giving the Tiger Man's and Andre the Giant team a rematch for all 3 teams, win or lose with this match. But this time I'm gonna pick Andre the Giant first and pick Tiger Man second, and see if that gives like a different matchup thing. Because I think with picking Andre the Giant first during the beginning of most matches for the tag team division, if he's faced off with the number 1 guy for the other team, a lot of times they can't do none of their grapples at all, because they'll always be getting stopped from being able to pick him up with the scoop slam at the beginning. Some can scoop slam him automatically, but most of the time, they'll struggle with it and they just won't be able to do it. And they'll keep the best, what I consider to be sometimes the better fighter or better wrestler on that particular tag team from making the tag team do better. Because if one tag team member is doing well, then it could kind of help the other tag team member do well as well. Because once he starts get rolling, it don't matter if they switch. So let's say your tag team partner, so let's say one tag team has one dude who's beating the crap out of your teammate, but you're beating the crap out of his teammate. If he switch over to you, it may go either way with who's maintain the momentum for their team, and that sort of way. And I think Andre the Giant does that best when he starts off the match against who I consider to be the better person on some of these tag teams. We know I think with what's his name? Mr. G, with Mr. G, and what's the other guy name? Mr. G and Ten Ryu. With them, I'm not sure who's the better of those two for that tag team. But with these other 2 tag teams, I think it is Jido is better than Jado, and also Terry Funk does better in matches than his brother Dory Funk Jr. But anyway, back to the match. Also, when it comes to these tornado style matches for the double team division, to me, I think it's always a good thing. But like the computer probably doesn't know that as far as like the AI said it goes. Like it's always like a good thing to be like you hit your finisher on one guy and then you immediately switch to the other guy in case your teammate who's having trouble with the other guy, he can now be going against somebody who already is pretty much, you know, been injured to some degree because he got a finisher done to him. Especially if you do one of the more powerful finishers that does like real damage to the opponent. You know, like if they were to switch right now, it'll do their team some good. You know, because you don't never want the other team to have anybody with momentum. Just keep the momentum on your side. Like, for example, if I was actually playing, after I hit my finisher on one person, I'll immediately change my like focus to the other teammate, and as soon as I'm able to, I'm hitting my finisher on him as well before my finisher runs out. That way they both have some type of damage done to them, or if anything, if I know my teammate ain't having no trouble, I'll just hurry up and hit another finisher onto the guy I'm already working on, and that way he'll be to the point where like almost anything ends him if he doesn't get pinned or submitted immediately after the second finisher. You know? What the hell? You could try a vertical suplex? I didn't know you could try that with him. Uh-oh. He's definitely ready to lose. And this is probably over. Is he gonna get there in time? Yep. He got there just in time. Alright. Back to the match. For moves that look like there's some type of slam that you can't like really like do that with Andre with, because he's the only super heavyweight they got classified on here. He's the only one. Everybody else is classified as heavyweight or junior heavyweight. But like I said, look, now he's set his focus to the other teammate. Oh crap, he's gonna be able to hit two finishers probably. Oh no. Yep. He's going to be able to hit his finisher twice. Oh, and now his teammate's going to come off the top rope. Oh, no. He shouldn't have done that. He immediately went for the pitfall. That's another thing the AI doesn't do. They don't give a damn when their teammate is like after they hit their finisher, they're going for the pin. And sometimes the teammate will be waiting for them to hit the finisher for they can hit them with a diving move, and like they'll never be able to land it because the AI's basically says like, as soon as I got you hurt, I'm gonna go for the finish. And that's another thing that's cool about these tornado style matches, especially with the false count anywhere. You could take people outside the ring and still get the finish. Oh, that was a bad dive. He got to be close to like the middle or all the way to the end for the diving. For the, my bad, not the diving, but the suicide. Well, it's a dive. It's called suicide dive. For that to work, for you can land that or whatever like that. Usually, if they're too close to the ropes, the best one to me is always the rope flip. That's the best move, I think. To me, is the rope flip. I thought about putting somebody's move, giving somebody a rope flip, and like also setting it to like do like actual like KO damage for like when they have the person on the outside of the ring, they can do KO damage with the rope flip. But I couldn't really like think of any character to like give it to, but I do plan on having more characters, having a game that's modded that allows me to put as many characters as I want on the game. That way I can have way more people on here that's created by me, because you know, with the way the game is set up, you can only have 16. Damn it, I keep on talking. I said I wasn't going to talk no more during these. He is definitely getting hit around. Is it over? Well, shit. They're surviving. That's for sure. Oh, crap. That was bad. Oh, and then he got that done to him. Ah. That's not good at all. Uh-oh, I think the same thing finna happen. Nope. He was able to get that hit off. Headbutt. Double team suplex. Oh no. It's just over for them. I think this is Andre the Giant's third time getting his finisher. Oh. Set right on his chest. Just keep on doing it. Oh. That just messed up. And now his tag team partner is able to keep the other guy busy. Oh, that was messed up. But he did that 3 times in a row. The second one did do the TKO damage or the KO damage, but the third one and the first one did. And he pinned them after the third one. Alright, congrats to them. They was able to play spoilers. So I will only be doing Andre the Giant with Tiger Mask versus these other 2 teams, but we're either gonna have to go into overtime, and I may probably put the overtime match on this video, or we're gonna have to, the Funk Brothers, TD Funk win. TD Funk is gonna win, or we're gonna go into overtime if they lose, and we're gonna probably do that on this video instead of doing another video. All right, enjoy. Look like we may be going into overtime. Those spinning toe holds, man. Somebody's gonna tap between the two of them. Alright. Well, I noticed I wasn't watching the entire match, but the part because I had left for like I didn't get back to the phone until like 4 minutes in. But what I noticed is that the team of Mr. G and Tim Ryu, they don't really like immediately help out each other when it comes to like seeing their teammate in like a submission hold, like cause like a lot of times in the tornado style tag team matches, like it don't matter if they're teammates on the other side of the ring, teammates that are known to tag together, like you see the Funk Brothers right here, Maz Indeed, and a couple others. As soon as their teammate is in some type of submission hold, they automatically helping them out, even if it's the start of the match and like they know they're not going to tap out because it's the start of the match. But like, man, oh, I thought the I actually thought what's it called, Mr. G and Tim Ryu was the team with the 0-2 the 2-0 record. I thought that was the team that had 2 wins already. So congrats to the Funk Brothers. Congrats to them, man. They are the new 5th spots for the double team division. Great matches all around. Let me do it one more time. Yeah. And that will conclude this 5th spot chance. The new TD, TD Funk. They are now, what's the name? Because that's why I'm gonna name that team. Yeah. If they ever win the titles, they're gonna be TD Funk. But they got a long ways to go. They just now the 5th spot, and they ain't gonna be able to fight for the title until pay-per-view number 8. Even if they win their next 3 matches, because they're gonna have 2 matches at show 7. They're gonna have 2 matches for the 7th. You know, show B and show C, and that's them facing the wild card. And then if they become the wild card, they get to face the Hunter. That at show 8B, they get to be in the number 1 contenders match. That's only if they win at show 7B and 7C. If they win those 2 matches, then they get to be part of a number 1 contenders match. Then they get a title shot. Yeah, so they gotta go through a lot. So I don't know we're close to getting that title shot just yet. But this is, at least they're part of the division now. That's a step in the right direction. Alright, so coming up next will be the double team ranking match between the number 3 spot and the number 3 spot and the number 4 spot. So basically the Hunter versus the wild card. And that will be coming up next. Until then, later. And I already screenshot it, I know I did.